Hey kids! Today I'm going to tell you a fantastic story about friendship and bravery. This story is about how even the smallest creatures can show great courage when they work together. So gather around and let's dive into the adventure of the 4 little fox cubs. These cubs were not just any ordinary foxes. They were special because of their strong bond and their love for adventure. Once upon a time, in a lush green forest, there were 4 curious fox cubs named Finn, Fay, Fred, and Fawn. They were always eager to explore and learn new things about their surroundings. They lived in a cozy den with their parents, who loved them very much. Their den was warm and safe, filled with love and laughter. One sunny morning, their parents had to go out and search for food. They knew the forest well and trusted that their cubs would stay safe while they were away. "Stay inside and don't open the door for strangers," they warned. The cubs nodded obediently, understanding the importance of their parents' words. Now, not far from their home, lurked a sneaky lion. This lion was always on the lookout for an easy meal and had been eyeing the fox cubs for some time. He had been watching the fox cubs and thought, what a treat they would make. His mouth watered at the thought of a delicious feast. So with a sly grin, he made his way to their den, dreaming of a delicious feast. He was confident that he could outsmart the young cubs. But here's the twist, kids. The fox cubs were not alone in the forest. They had wonderful neighbors who were always ready to help. The fox cubs were not alone in the forest. They had wonderful neighbors. These neighbors were not just friends. They were like family. There was Benny the bear, Olivia the owl, and Gary the gorilla. Each of them had their own unique strengths and talents. They all knew and looked out for each other in the forest. Their bond was strong, and they always had each other's backs. As the lion crept closer, Olivia, with her sharp eyes, spotted him from her tree. She was always vigilant and ready to alert her friends of any danger. "Danger!" she hooted, alerting the others. Her voice echoed through the forest, reaching the ears of Benny and Gary. Benny and Gary sprang into action. They knew they had to protect the fox cubs from the lurking danger. Benny let out a loud roar, and Gary beat his chest fiercely, making the ground tremble. Their combined strength and bravery were enough to intimidate any predator. Scared by the loud noises and seeing the united friends, the lion thought, maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all. He realized that he was no match for the united front of the forest animals. He turned around and dashed back into the deeper parts of the forest, away from the cubs and their courageous neighbors. The forest was once again safe, thanks to the bravery of the animals. When the fox cubs' parents returned, they were surprised and relieved to find their little ones safe and sound. They had been worried, but were now filled with gratitude for their neighbors. The cubs told them all about how the neighbors had protected them. Their eyes sparkled with excitement as they recounted the day's events. Their parents smiled and said, "See, that's why we always tell you to be good to your neighbors. They're our friends and protectors." The cubs nodded, understanding the importance of community. "They're our friends and protectors." The family hugged each other tightly, feeling grateful for the safety and love that surrounded them. So kids, the lesson we learned from Finn, Fay, Fred, and Fawn is to always know and befriend your neighbors. They can be your biggest help and protection when you least expect it. The forest was a safer place because of the strong bonds between its inhabitants. They can be your biggest help and protection when you least expect it. Remember, a good neighbor is a treasure. The forest animals knew this well and lived by this principle. Remember, a good neighbor is a treasure. Make friends, look out for each other, and always spread kindness. The world becomes a better place when we care for one another. Make friends, look out for each other, and always spread kindness. That's all for today's story adventure. Stay curious and brave, just like the 4 little fox cubs. That's all for today's story adventure. Stay curious and brave, just like the 4 little fox cubs. Bye-bye. And remember, every adventure starts with a step into the unknown. Stay curious and brave, just like the 4 little fox cubs. Bye-bye. And remember, every adventure starts with a step into the unknown. So keep exploring and discovering new things every day. And remember, every adventure starts with a step into the unknown. So keep exploring and discovering new things every day. Until next time, kids, keep your hearts brave and your spirits high. Bye-bye. Until next time, kids, keep your hearts brave and your spirits high. Bye-bye. The forest is full of wonders, and there's always something new to learn and discover. The forest is full of wonders, and there's always something new to learn and discover. Remember, the best adventures are shared with friends. So, go out, make new friends, and cherish the ones you have. Remember, the best adventures are shared with friends. So, go out, make new friends, and cherish the ones you have. The fox cubs and their friends knew this well and lived happily in their beautiful forest. The fox cubs and their friends knew this well and lived happily in their beautiful forest. They continued to explore, learn, and grow together, always ready for the next adventure. They continued to explore, learn, and grow together, always ready for the next adventure. The forest was their home, and they cherished every moment spent in its embrace. The forest was their home, and they cherished every moment spent in its embrace. Until next time, kids, remember to be brave, kind, and always ready for an adventure. Bye-bye. Until next time, kids, remember to be brave, kind, and always ready for an adventure. Bye-bye. The end.